my gosh, good morning. Hello, everybody. Hi, Jewel. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Evelyn. Thank you guys so much for watching and joining me for a fabulous Sunday morning. It is gorgeous right now. Perfect. It's gonna get hot. I don't like the heat, but it's beautiful right now. I hope you guys are all having a fabulous weekend. Hi, Feline. Hi, Karen. So I'll introduce myself. My name is Tiffany Almeida. I'm with Pretty in Paper Crafts and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I go live every Sunday for Coffee and a Card where I show you 3 projects using Stampin' Up! Product, and you are going to love this bundle that I'm going to show you today. We're going to be using the Beautiful World bundle, which I will tell you was not my first cup of tea when I saw it. I was like, this isn't my style, it's not cute. And then Antoinette and I, a Stampin' Up! Sister from Erica's team, we joined forces and decided to challenge ourselves with this bundle and design a class. Well, the World of Good Sweet fever hit and I cannot stop designing with them. So you're gonna see I've designed a class, I've designed In Color Club around it, and I did my Facebook Live today. So you guys are gonna be like, okay, we get it. You like the bundle. So I'm excited to show you those. This is the bundle that I'm talking about, the Beautiful World bundle. It is gorgeous. It's got some amazing dies and I absolutely love it. You guys want to see the projects I designed for Antoinette's and I's class? I've got 2 cards. Look at this one. This looks like the old-fashioned notebook paper, and it's embossed with the words. So cute. This one is a magnetic fancy fold, so there's a magnet inside and you open. Isn't that cool? And then this last one is a cute little suitcase box. This box is so big, you guys. It could hold so many cool things. And it opens like this. Isn't that cute? So those are my projects, but Antoinette's are like 10 times better. So you're definitely gonna want this this class. Okay, so let me put these out of the way. So the Beautiful World bundle is absolutely stunning, and I think the big thing about this bundle is actually the designer series paper. It's really, really beautiful. So let me get into the projects that we're gonna do today. The next project is kind of a step up. It's like a fancy fold, more of a step up. And it features this beautiful globe die on the beautiful stand. And when you have a beautiful stand like this, you just have to make it pop. Boop, just like that. So it stands up and it's being held in place by this cute little compass here at the bottom that I embossed in gold emboss powder. I think this is a really, really beautiful card, and I think the reason is because of this gorgeous paper with the shiny kind of inlay. So I'm going to show you this fun fancy fold. It's not hard at all, but it's a little bit more stepped up than this one. Okay, so here's our fancy fold. Again, all the measurements are on the project sheet, and I have all my little pieces that I'm going to need right here. So first, let's talk about the base. The base is Early Espresso. Yes, Eileen, I do too. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. And if you get a starter kit with me, oh, the starter kit, Janie. So the perks of buying the starter kit from me, you get all of my class tutorials for free. And if you want to take a class, you can get a discount on every one of my classes. You also get all of the Pretty AF group, you get that for free. You also get a spiral bound catalog from me every year. You also get, I do a creative challenge with door prizes and drawings, and I give away tons of free stuff. I do training if you want training. We do a team meeting where we craft together every month. And I also do gifts. I do Christmas gifts, birthday cards, you know, all kinds of fun things with you guys. I try to spoil them. And then when there's promotions and different titles that you hit, I also have team gifts for that as well. So we do lots of celebrations and we do lots of bonding as a team. And it doesn't mean that you have to do it as a business, because hardly anyone on my team does it as a business. They're all hobby demos. They all meet their sales by their own personal hobbies, and there's no pressure to sell anything or do anything. You just get to enjoy the perks of being on my team. And there's lots of my team members watching this morning, and they'll tell you there's no pressure to sell. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You just get to enjoy being part of the team. Okay, So back to this. Thank you, Janie, for the little veered off. Okay, so this one, you start with a base that's 8.5 by 5.5, and you score it at 4 1/4. Now, we're gonna do some cutting. So I'm gonna turn my trimmer over here. On the short side, I have the short side up at the top, and we need our blade up at the top. You're gonna line it up at 1 1/4 inch from the end. This is on the short side. And you're actually gonna cut all the way up to that middle score line and stop. Now, you have this little flap here. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. 1 1/4, line it up, and trim, okay? Right up to that score line. So, and then one more thing that we need to do is turn our paper to the long side, and only having the 3-inch middle panel showing. I'm gonna line this up at 2 1/8. So 2 1/8, and move your blade out of the way and just score. Sorry, I have this crooked. Just score. And basically what that's doing is just folding this in half. This is gonna be our little hinge. So it's just folded in half, okay? So here's the head, here's the arms, and here's the body. That's what you wanna see when you're all done. Okay. So then you have a piece of Whisper White that's 4 by 5 1/4. This is gonna be the inside of our card. Let me bring the original back in so you can kind of see what, you know, as we start to build this, kind of see what we're making. So without gluing anything down, because Lord knows that I can't stamp straight and I always make mistakes. So before gluing anything down, I'm gonna stamp the sentiment that goes on the inside, because if I screw up, I can flip it over and use the other side. So I'm gonna get Early Espresso ink, because that's the ink I used. It does look like a chair, doesn't it? Yes, we are, Terry. We're pretty close, aren't we? I love all of my team. You guys are amazing. Okay. So we're gonna stamp the sentiment here down at the bottom. It says, "Thank you for being part of mine." Isn't the font on this just so gorgeous? So I actually stamped really straight and nice. I'm really happy with that. Sweet. All right, so once we've stamped and we're happy with it, then we can glue down. Okay. You guys know me and liquid glue. I'm gonna push those up and glue this down in our chair, as Janie says. Okay, now we can glue these 2 side panels down. Now that we've got this glued down inside, we can just put some adhesive glue on these side panels and glue them down. They're not gonna go anywhere, they're gonna stay closed. What stamp is this? This is the Beautiful World stamp set, and the dies that go with it. Okay, so it's the Beautiful World bundle. You guys know that if you buy this as a bundle, you get it at 10% of discount, right? And if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you've already got your 20% discount on top of that. So you get a total of a 30% discount. Do you guys ever just sit down and like add up all the discounts after all the perks that Stampin' Up! Give us? Like, it just adds up. If you bought it during, oh, did you guys know that the bonus days are still happening right now? I placed an order this morning and I got bonus bucks. And I thought it was over July 31st, but apparently it's not. So if you put an order in today, you get $5 off your $50 order. So take that $5 into consideration. Bam, you've got even more savings. Okay. So these are cinnamon cider. I didn't tell you this, but these are 2 pieces of cinnamon cider that are 1 1/8 by 4 1/8. Okay, so these are just kind of my layering pieces. Then we're gonna take 2 pieces of designer series paper. Now, isn't this paper just absolutely stunning? I actually have to take a pause and show you some of this paper. Now, I know mine's all like cut up and everything, but the shiny, shimmery inner inlays and the gorgeous designs on this paper. I love the world paper on this. Look at that. So pretty. And there's just so many pretty things in here. I've been using it up like crazy, as you guys can probably see. But Look at all the pretty paper. I'm a sucker for paper, I think. That's how you get me. That's how Stampin' Up! Gets me. I'm just a sucker for paper. So I cut these two pieces. They are 1 inch by 4 inches, and I'm just gonna glue them down. You know, I've been seeing, you know, I look for inspiration on the demonstrator planning place and on Pinterest and on YouTube, and I was searching for this bundle, and oh my gosh, there are some gorgeous things people have been doing with rainbows and watercolor and all kinds of gorgeous stuff with this suite. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, because I haven't even moved away from the color palette of the designer series paper, but people just using it outside of the suite, it's gorgeous. Okay, so we have these pieces ready. Now we got to do the hinge part. To build this top panel, that's what we're going to do right now, is build this top panel. We have a piece of cinnamon cider. This measures 2 7/8 by 4 1/8, and it's going to fit perfectly right here, but we're going to focus on this for now. I have a piece of cinnamon cider that's 2 7/8 by 4 1/8, and I have a piece of designer series paper that's 2 3/4 by 4. We're going to glue that designer series paper down. Is it really, Terry? Yeah, it's a stunner. I bet you'll make a beautiful album with it. Yeah, Cindy, I know you've done a lot of pricing, and not only because some people say, well, I can get it cheaper at the store, but not always. You can't always get it cheaper at the store. And then for me, my biggest perk is I love that I don't have to go to the store. I get to stay home and it's delivered right to me. And I was talking to a friend who's new to stamping, and I told her, I said, it only makes sense to buy from Stampin' Up! Because number one, I don't have to go to the store, but number two, I'm buying from myself, right? So I'm paying myself for things that I would go to the craft store and buy anyway. So it just makes sense in my world. Okay, so we're gonna cut this beautiful stand that holds the world, but I was a little bit smart, and I put sheets of the adhesive sheets on the back so that it's already sticky, because this tiny little thing is like near impossible to get liquid glue and not make a mess. So I just put it on the back of my early espresso, and then I'm gonna cut it out, and it's gonna be sticky and ready to glue. So I just wanted to point that out, because be smart. A lot of times I'm not smart, but you want to use those adhesive sheets. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put an adhesive sheet on the back of my little piece of brass. This is brass foil paper. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is the brushed one, the brushed foil. This is part of that beautiful autumn bundle in the holiday catalog. It's absolutely stunning. Yes, delivered right to your door. I love it. So we're going to put a piece of adhesive sheet on the back of this, and then that way when we cut it out, I won't even have to fuss with glue. So here's what an adhesive sheets look like. I have a bunch of scraps here. I probably should use them up. The only problem with scraps is sometimes they're hard to separate from the paper, but they're in 2 inch by 12 inch strips that you can cut. So I just peeled off a scrap, and I'm just gluing it down on the back of my brass foil paper. So that's all you do, is just peel and stick. And I think 2 will be enough. I think 2 will be big enough. Yep. Okay. So these adhesive sheets are easy to use. They peel right off. You stick them down, and then you can cut them. So we're going to cut the world, we're going to cut the stand, and we're going to cut the background globe. Here's our stand. I love punching out this little piece. It looks like a smiley face or a moon. You could use this for all kinds of different things. Maybe a hat, I don't know. I'm thinking like Halloween, a moon. It could be a moon. Beets are the best. Okay, Nathan, yeah, for real. Pam loves beets too. Okay, so I'm not alone. I'm not weird then. I'm totally gonna take that back. I'm not weird. Beets are awesome. Okay, so here's my world globe. Love it. I'm just gonna poke out all the rest of these little things, so because they're sticky on the back now, and so I just want to get them out because they're gonna stick to everything I touch. Just pushing out the little pieces. Get out, get out. Okay, all right, so there's our little world. Now, let me show you what's really cool about peeling these sheets. I love it, it's kind of addicting. When you peel back the backing, a lot of times the middle pieces will come off with the sticker. And that's so awesome because that's less that I have to poke out later. So not all of them are gonna do it, but majority of them will come right out. Isn't that awesome? I love it. So then I'll just take the little remainder pieces off, and remember they're all sticky, so they're gonna stick to wherever they land. So then I'm just gonna glue my world. Look at that, bam, stuck down. No liquid glue mess, nothing. I love adhesive sheets. I've been using them for everything. And then remember, we have an adhesive sheet on the back of this guy too, which is awesome because again, it's gonna make for a really easy gluing job. So we'll peel this back, and I had 2 pieces on here. So I'm gonna peel the second piece off. Okay, so this is now sticky. And what we're gonna do is put our, I like to stick the globe on the stand first, and I'm gonna do it at an angle because aren't globes at an angle? I mean, like if we get all technical and stuff, I think it's kind of tilted. So I'm gonna tilt my globe, even if it's not supposed to be, I'm totally tilting it. So I'm just gonna stick this down. Oh, I guess I should have put glue on the back of the globe, dummy. You big dummy. Okay, so we'll glue that down. Look how easy that was. Beautiful, gorgeous, love it. Okay, so now we have our globe, but we need our sentiment. So I'm using this gorgeous, it's just the most beautiful font. It says, "Life is a beautiful journey." Absolutely stunning. I'm using Early Espresso again, and I just have a scrap of Whisper White. I just want to make sure I have this nice and inked up. And then I fussy cut around the sentiment. Is that not the most beautiful font you've ever seen? Oh yes, it's a perfect Elmo mouth, right? You have a little one, aww. Okay, yes, it's tilted on an axis, thank you. I knew Eileen would know. Eileen's so smart, and she loves maps and globes, and she has a really good taste for style, and very, very talented. I'm very lucky to have her on my team. I'm very lucky to have all. I know everyone probably says this, but I do have an amazing group of ladies on my team. Like, we have the team full of the people with the biggest hearts and kindness and acceptance. It's just amazing to me how I got this lucky. All right, so I'm just cutting around the sentiment. And I'm surprised she's up this early because she's usually not an early bird. I'm just trimming around the words, and I think I want to do a little bit more detail. You can do as much detail or as little detail as you want, but so pretty. So then what we're gonna do is glue that across the stand. And then we'll put this on the stand, and then I'll show you how we're gonna make it stay standing. Okay, so now that we've got that there, what we're gonna do is only put adhesive on this front fold. Don't put adhesive here. You don't want your card to stick down to that because then it won't pop up. But we're gonna put liquid glue on this piece. Don't go all the way to the edge because this is cut to fit and have a little brown border. So lay this down, glue it down. Hopefully it's straight. Okay, now the top is not going to be glued because we want it to pop up just like this. Can you guys see? Okay. Now, we're gonna make the little thing that holds this up so it can stand, which is our little compass. And I did this by stamping on a piece of cinnamon cider in Versamark ink and then embossing in gold powder. Oh, Kathy, you're so sweet. I wish you were on my team, my dear. You have been a huge, Kathy is not even on my team, and she has been so supportive and so sweet. I wish I could adopt you all. You all are amazing. Okay, so I'm just putting embossing powder on my Versamark ink, okay? And then we're going to heat set it. So, take my heat tool. All right, so once you've got this heat set and it's all shiny and sparkly, then you can take a 1-inch circle punch, bam, and punch it out. It's perfect size for a 1-inch circle punch. And then I just pop this guy on dimensionals. No, Eileen, I think I'm the lucky one to have you. We've turned this into a gushing session, haven't we? The rest of the people watching are like, okay, we get it. You guys love each other. Oh, all right, so look, you guys, isn't that so cool? I'm trying to turn it so you guys can see it, but isn't that just the coolest thing? Thank you so much for watching me. I have lots going on, lots of deadlines this week. So if you're not quite sure if you signed up for everything you wanted to sign up for, message me because there's lots of deadlines. The catalog goes live on Wednesday. I'm so excited. I'm sure you are too. Again, thank you guys so much for joining me on a Sunday. Have a fabulous week. We will see you next week for more crafting fun. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.